Hey, what's up everybody? It's Doug Wolf Destroyer here, and welcome back to another video where today you are about to see my 1,000 day world tour of my single player survival world. And yes, I am in fact in 1,000 days. I just slept the night away, so it's 1,001 days. And currently we are at spawn. This is where I started my world off, and there is nothing interesting here except for this lonely nether portal. So let me head inside of this portal and take you on the various adventures of what this world has gone through. So let's fly to where it all began, and we're going to use nether travel for convenience, because why would I fly it all the way there? It's quite a far flight, but we walked 2,000 blocks away from spawn to this nether portal right here. Hello? There we go. And the world we go, where we have our starter base, which was just a little kind of hobbit hole in this side of an area. And also, we have our cow pens right here. We'll get to those guys later. We have our horse pen that holds Jacob. He was an early guy on in this world. And we have our enchanting setup. And just over yonder, we have a village. But we'll get to that later. And here we have our floor. This is relatively new. We have all of our little storage in our starter base. Nice little, like, hay bale and cobblestone design. We have some storage here that just kind of holds random stuff. And as we progressed in the season, we upgraded certain things, like adding in this super smelter here. And also, these are not raids. None of them are. These are all villager scouts. This is how many I've killed. We have one slot left. And this is actually, like, you know, very, very recent. We have a shulker wall that is, in fact, 3 shulkers deep, because I needed more shulker boxes. So there you have it. And we have an even more expansive storage system based on even more specific items. Now, heading more down this area into where we started off by mining, we have a nice little ravine with a nice, lovely little bridge here, and going down this way, we're going to go to our first XP farm that we used for this world. Now, we have to kind of finesse our way around this corner, and you'll get to why that is the way that it is, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise. So coming down here, we have a lovely double mob grinder here. It's double zombie grinder. So if we go into the world, as you can see, we have one right there, and the other is right over there. We have a sword specifically for killing zombies, which is nice and lovely. Let me just make that look nice again. And now this is just a nice little memento of where we started off in the XP department. Now heading back, let me show you my lovely, beautiful mine that I have set up from the beginning of this world, which is just over here. And coming down here, we have a nice amethyst floor, so that way whenever we come out of the mines, we can then find easily where this pathway is instead of just walking between them. Now, I've only mined in this mine only 4 times. This one, this one, this one, and then, of course, the one that we're standing in that goes all the way there. And that was it. Those are the only times I mined in this world, because, yes, I don't need to mine, and you'll figure out why very, very shortly. As you can see from these maps, this is what our original base used to look like. This is what it looks like now. And here's some, this is our first notch apple, this is our old bow, and just figured I should say that we have some wolves over here, some dogs as well. We have Dougster, we have Bucky, only some people will understand that reference. But without further ado, let me show you what that is, real quick, like. But before we do that, wood chopping area up there, nice little bridge over here. For a short while, there were no squid in the ocean, and I do not know why. A giant mob farm over there, because who doesn't? But this is the project that I've been working on, my mega base. And yes, I have in fact mined all of these out with my own hands. Just kidding. I used pickaxes, but that is okay. And I didn't just use one pickaxe, no. I used a whole shulker box worth of pickaxes. and all of that good stuff. And I also have a full shulker box of netherite shovels as well. And I plan to get full shulker boxes of every single tool and armor piece fully netherited and fully upgraded. And let me show you the storage system I have for that giant dig is right here. And all of like the cobblestone, the stone, the dirt and grass, and even these resources right here, all of them are all completely full up to the top until you get all the way to the end over here, where this one is still not quite full, neither is this one. The andesite is, and it started to go over here, and this is the end, and we actually need to expand this because, well, I'm running out. I have expanded this quite a few times, and I've even used it to house other resources, such as resources that I just have a lot of that would clog up my mini starter base storage system. Now, I collected these guys a while ago. This is one of the pillager scout raids, so I decided to boat 5 of them, name them, and yeah. I now have 5 pacified villagers that I don't know what I'm going to do with. They just merely exist. Now you also might notice all of these mini heads all over the place. Yes, I have a Vanilla Tweaks data pack that allows me to get the Minecraft heads. And so every single one you see on the ground is the first head of that mob that I have collected. But I have tons more in my storage system. But that is unimportant. Now remember when I was talking to you about villagers and stuff? And the starting village? Well, that is just over here. This is the original starter village area that is, well, most of it got destroyed because it was in this section right here, but we had to remove it for the map and our mega base. But we have a bunch of villagers, we have a bunch of these guys, and these trades down here are what helped me a lot with getting all of those upgraded tools and stuff without having to mine for those diamonds. And we have all of these guys. We have our mending, we have an infinity guy here, we have them breaking 3, and then a few more on top, and it goes all the way down. And behind the trading hall, we have our breeder over here. We have our zombie for conversions, a giant potato farm, and just 2 left over, and a bunch of villagers that are saved up in there that I don't quite need just yet, but will once we start moving them into there. Now we have a wool farm over here that has all 16 colors that is constantly kicking and producing wool, so that we will always have. We have a sugarcane farm over here. This is Tango Tech's design. I will make a much larger version of this in the future, but for now, this gets the job done. In fact, it is filling up quite fast. I should probably upgrade it. Now, last farm here in this area is my iron farm. I honestly can't remember whose design I went with, but it's a fairly simple iron farm design and gives me enough to go about my day and have enough iron around about. Now let me go and show you back to the nether and actually show you what we've done there, because we've done quite a few things in the nether. But let's go to where it all started. There we go. Once it loads in, there we are. Now, of course, we did not start on the top of the roof of the nether, but merely we started down here. So, let's fly down without crashing into this, but down here, right in this spot, was where our original portal went. And as you can see behind me, there is a bastion, which I have raided before, and we're right in the middle of a crimson forest. But let's fly back up, because there's nothing else really that interesting down here. Oh, geez, I'm all over the place. Now, all of these little carpet and wool areas signify a certain area. We have our mining desert, our end, our spawn, our ocean monument, wither skeleton farm, and a mushroom island that we found. Over here, we have our gold farm and piglin bartering. And it is the Il Mango design up there. It is the Il Mango. I just said that. But, there's a lot of holes in here. The reason why I used the Il Mango design is that when the gold all comes down through here, these guys will start bartering. And I even created a nice little system over here that'll detect when gold goes through and kickstart the system, so that way I don't have to manually do it. And over here is the storage system for all of the gold that we get. And let's fly up to the actual gold farm itself. Here we are. And I used a slightly altered design for this part because the mine carts were too laggy and my game crashed 3 times in this one area over here. So I learned from my mistakes and decided to remove those and went with wither roses instead because, well, I can't see it. There they are, wither roses there. And I did that switch to cancel out all the lag, and it worked. I haven't crashed at my gold farm ever again. And here's a cool, nice little trick doing the opposite side of the ladders and trapdoors, meaning you can climb up it on any side, which is quite useful, actually. And we have all of our zombified piglin heads. This is actually where rotten flesh goes, but it's full, so we have trash killer, or rotten flesh disposers on the bottom here. We have all of our gold as well. That is all in here. Very interesting. There's not a lot of gold on that side specifically, but you know what, that's okay. And let's go to my next project, the Wither Skeleton Farm. Now, I'm not going to show you the Mushroom Island because there's nothing there but a Mushroom Island and also a coral reef, and I've done nothing with the area quite just yet. So, it would be far more interesting to do this. Now, I have big plans for this whole area, but let's go down here. And it is all spawn proof. Here's the farm itself. So if we were to fly down here, we have the farm. I'm going to just get some more rockets real quick because I am quite low. Okay. And if it were to work, let's go up here. And so the way that it works is they spawn, they find the iron golem, they fall down, and they get pushed by the system and get funneled all the way down here so I can kill them and get their skulls and whatnot. And so down here is our storage system. We have 26 skulls in here already, a bunch of coal, and a bunch of bones, which is what we want from this farm. But yes, we have spawn-proofed this whole area in a spherical kind of manner, using one of the mini-HUD mod. I was able to figure out how far out can mobs spawn, so I can despawn this whole area correctly. So there are pressure plates on like 99% of the blocks here. There are probably a few that don't have any. And we also have, not sure if I'm going to use this blaze spawner quite yet, but maybe in the future I shall. So let's head back to our main hub of nether portal areas and stuff, which is off in this direction, and let me go to the mining desert area and also the end portal. Now, the end portal is in the same area as the mining desert. It's underneath the desert itself, and the world's not loading in. Okay, here's the vent. And so there's the portal to our mining desert. Once again, nothing interesting there. It's a mining desert. You've all seen mining deserts. Y'all probably have a mining desert, so that's nothing new. In terms of the end, we don't have that much when it comes to new stuff, as in, like, we haven't done anything with it yet, but that is coming in the future, so don't you worry. I have big plans for the end, and this is starting up. We've kind of blocked off everything. We got rid of all the lava and everything else, and got rid of the spawner. Now we have a silverfish head there. So let's head into the nether. It takes a little while to load up, but it's okay. Just keep your hands off the keyboard so you don't accidentally walk off. You know, it's fine. There we are. So behind us we have an ender, so let me go to that first and show you what that is looking like if it were to load. Would be quite nice. There we are. Whoa, we went really high up there. So flying down, here we have our lovely ender, pretty fast. We have a bunch of enderman heads as well here. Apparently we have a sharpness 5 book just sitting in there. I don't know how that got there. Just put that right there. It is very loud in this area, but that is okay. We have a bunch of anvils up here, and if we were to fly all the way up to this top bit over here, we have a nice giant platform. All of the endermen spawn. They come towards the endermite in here. I cannot see its name, and I forgot it already. It's probably like the Mighty Mite or something clever like that. But they all come down here, and you can kill them. I'm not going to kill them because of all the XP that I'll have to pick up. But flying back to the main end island, let's walk it here. We have this nice, that was a smooth landing. We have a nice little welcoming party head over there. And this is what our end is looking like. We have only killed the dragon 3 times so far, but I will kill it the full 20 once we get to the actual end project. We have a nice strength beacon for when we kill the wither, which we can do pretty quickly because we have a smite 5 sword. And using crits and all of that. A pretty nice end, I would say. And now we come over to this area. We cannot use that portal, and you will see why in just a second if I can line this up real quick here. And fly. Oh, I missed it. Okay, let's try that again. Second time's a charm, right? Let's get in here. Line it up. There we are. Okay, I went into it too fast, and it didn't register that I went through it. Last time. Okay. There we are. Okay, landing on this section, and now we need to head over in this direction, if it were to load. Okay, we have a farm out here, which I'm going to assume you already know what farm this is, because what other farm do you put in the end and can't go through that? It is a Wither Rose farm. And there it is, all in its beautiful glory here. And it works pretty well. You have the Endermen that spawn up there, they go down. This guy's trying to kill that chicken, right? He can't. And so, and this redirects it to go over, and it kills all the guys. We have actually 19 Wither Roses in here. But that is all I have for the end in here. So let us head back home to the last thing that I have been working on for the past few Minecraft days here. Oh, I almost had that one. Which is the Ocean Monument project, which is our current project that we are working on, taking a break from digging, because who would want to dig for that long, if you know what I mean? Has a lot of digging. I would say you could even lose your sanity doing that. I don't think I have quite yet, but I am unsure of that. So let us head back. It is nighttime, so let us sleep before we head out, and I'm going to fly through the overworld, because I'm pretty sure I know where this is in terms of it is only around about 200 blocks away from spawn. So I'm actually pretty sure that it is in this direction that we can find it. Yep, look at that. There's spawn, and here's our Ocean Monument right here. This is what we've done. It's an octagon, because octagons are my favorite shape, and this is what we've been working on so far. We have conquered this, we've killed all of this, and fun fact, I actually conquered this Ocean Monument in under 3 minutes, which I wasn't even trying to go for, like, speed, it just kind of happened that way. And so, yeah, we've cleared the complete outer rim. We are working on clearing all the water, like, actually surrounding and touching the Ocean Monument, and then we'll get the inside. And so, coming down through here, we've been putting in the grid pattern. Over here, we need to continue this side going this way, and continue it all the way through, which is why there are just 3 or 6 random boxes right at the top here. But that will conclude my world tour. That is everything I have done in this world for the past 1,000 days, and I may or may not make another one of these at 2,000 days to see the update of what I have done. Thank you all for watching. That'll be all. Bye-o!